regardless of whatever route we decide to choose to go in life, there's always ways that we can continue to water and nurture ourselves and become more improved versions of ourselves. But to the ones who are out here, man, you know, trying to become someone, trying to become something great, you have that itch, that feeling, that drive within you that you want to become one of the great leaders in life, a leader of men or a leader of women. I just want to encourage you to not settle for being at the entry level of whatever it is that you pursue. What's poppin', YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy D, aka the Strength Squad General, back with another video. And right now it's the morning time, and you know, caught up in the routine, man. Eating, going to the gym, training, taking care of business. And today, that's exactly what we're doing, hitting the reset button and just pretty much picking up where we left off, doing it again and again and again. Actions are what creates habits, and habits are what get you the results, the final results of whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's positive or negative. So keep that in mind. But anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to get some protein in. I don't like to go to the gym with a lot of food on my stomach, but I do want to make sure that I get an early start when it comes to hitting my protein, because for me personally, I got to hit 160 grams of protein every single day. So me personally, I like to have my protein divided up with every meal every single day. So again, light meals to start my day, making sure that we secure the bag when it comes to protein. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm having for my first meal, and then we're going to get on with the day. Alright, so right now what you're looking at is 6 egg whites, including 1 whole egg. I like to save my fats and preserve it throughout the day, so I'm only going to go with 1 whole egg. So I'm pretty much just going to scramble this up, throw a little bit of Himalayan salt on it, and then pair it with some fruit, let it digest for about an hour. Talk to you guys in between time, and pretty much go about our day, go to the gym and smash the weights. Alright guys, our egg whites, including 1 egg yolk, is pretty much done. All we got to do is plate it and get the business. Alright guys, and just like that, our breakfast, our first meal of the day, is up and ready. I know it's not appealing. I know a lot of you guys may have the disgusting face, but for me personally, I like to eat according to my goals and not so much according to my taste buds. I do like to have at least 1 meal per day that does kind of reflect on my taste buds. That way, you know, it'll give me something to look forward to, especially when it comes to the diet or just eating clean in general. But for the most part, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I would much rather do egg whites than chicken breast any day. I can eat this 5-6 meals as opposed to chicken breast. You know what I'm saying? Helps me get through it. Me personally, I cannot stand chicken breast, so the next best option for me is egg whites or chicken thighs, things of that nature. But it's pretty much it, y'all. Nothing sexy, nothing too appealing, but it does help me get the job done, and it's a healthy approach. We got some grapes, we have some strawberries, then of course we have eggs to help us reach that protein. Again, keeping it simple, guys, doing what I got to do that's effective to me. And keep in mind, when it comes to carbs, guys, I'm telling y'all, especially if you're having a hard time cutting weight, you don't need as much carbs as you think you do. I'll save that for a different time, but for today, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm having before we get on with our day. So let me eat this, guys, and then I'm going to hop back on camera and talk to you guys before I head to the gym. All right? What's poppin', Strength Squad, back in the building. I decided to go ahead and get the training out. I know I said I was going to record this before I left out, but I decided to just go ahead and knock it out and come back and chop it up with you guys. You guys won't know because y'all didn't see none of that. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about something that, you know, God, whatever God lays on my heart at the top of my day or at any given point of the day, for me to talk to you guys, speak with you guys about, then it's my job, it's my responsibility to be that vessel. But again, you can see by the title of the video, before we even really get into it, I want to share a bit of a story time that's going to lead into it. A few years ago, I accomplished one of my more proudest accomplishments, which is obtaining my personal training certification. If you are not familiar with me, if you're not aware of me, training is my passion. I love to work out, I love training. Most importantly, I'm a fan of the people. I'm more of a fan of working with people. That said, when I first got into the industry, when I actually started working in a gym, the more clients that I took on, the more people that I took on, it was one common thing that stood out that I thought was interesting, and I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to tie it in when it comes to this message, when it comes to my experience as a trainer. So it's one common thing that stood out when it came to my observance when encountering a client. So let's just go to the top. When it comes to any client, before they become clients, we take them through an assessment and evaluation, basically trying to get a general idea of what their goals are, what it is that they want to accomplish, the physique, the development, whatever it is that they want to do. It is our responsibility as trainers to take them through the process so that we could guide them appropriately, but basically taking a notation of what it is that they want to do in order for us to know what program is best to script for them and walk through their journey, configuring it as we go. But anyway, one of the common things that I would get when it comes to taking on new clients, new prospects, one thing that I would get, especially as I walk them through the workouts, and I actually started to kind of draw into it, gravitate towards it, because I thought this would be a good idea to teach a life lesson. For me as a trainer, it's not just about just going through the workouts. For me, it's about giving the best that I can give to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in the gym, at work, whatever the case may be, what is it that I can do to bring the best out of you? And so one of the common things that I would get is, I would, let's say, after going through the assessment, I would hand them a weight. And I would say, okay, I need you to take these 15-pound dumbbells, just, hypothetically speaking, take these 15-pound dumbbells and rep it out, give me between 10 and 15 reps. And many times I would see that common shock face, like, what do you mean? That's too heavy for me. That's too much for me. I've never lifted that before. It's impossible. Just that expression, that face of defeat before even giving it a try, not realizing whether they can or can't do it. And so for me, I've been training for quite some time to where I can tell during the evaluation process, I can tell what a person got within them. I could tell how much a person could handle. And for the most part, you'll be surprised how many people actually leave gains on the table. You'll be surprised how many people doubt themselves, have self-doubt within themselves in terms of what it is that they actually are capable of starting out, let alone continuing to keep pushing and pursuing to become, develop the physique that they want. So I made it my business to say, what I'm going to do is show people how strong they really are. Show people what they actually are capable of. So the majority of the people that, I would take through this assessment or evaluation, and, some of them would tell me, no, I'm not even going to give it a try. I might just try it. At the very least, just pick up the weight. And if you can't do it, then I'll meet you there. But meet me halfway where you can at least try. And 100% of the times, I was right. 100% of the times, they will be shocked. They will be surprised. Literally, while repping out the weights, in the beginning, I would see that expression of, I don't think I could do it, but I'm going to give it a try. And then they would give it a try. And then the next thing you know, that same person who thought that they couldn't do it will actually have a shocked expression on their face. And I love that expression. I love it. Because to me, that's a self-discovery. That's discovering something within you that you doubted, you didn't think that you can even do. In your head, you're like, it's impossible. But here you are, proving to yourself that you can rep it out. And that's one of the things that I enjoy doing as a trainer, is showing people, man, what they're capable of. Teaching them how to become confident individuals within themselves, showing them their actual strength. Taking the time out in the early stages of showing them, testing them, and showing them how strong they currently are. Before we even get to the training, before we even get to the good stuff, I'm going to show you in the early stages of what you already can do. And I love that, man. I love showing people how strong they really are. I love showing people what they're made of already. You know what I'm saying? What they can work with. You feel me? What they already possess, what they already have. And I just wanted to share that with you guys to tie in with the purpose of this video. How to overcome your limiting thoughts and beliefs. And for me, from, I would say, training and life and all of the experiences that I've gone through, I've grown to a point where I've learned how to pull that greatness out of me. I've learned how to test myself in ways to where I surprise myself over a period of time, and I'm still in that process of surprising myself. I'm still in that process of, growing and, becoming a better version of myself, the greatest version of myself, just, surprising myself, never allowing myself to put a cap or a ceiling when it comes to anything that, I go after in life. And I didn't always think that way. Once upon a time, I thought just like anybody out there who, pursues things and, put a cap on it before they can even see if there's more that they can get out of the situation or more that they can get out of themselves. And I wanted to do this video because I wanted to encourage anybody out there who have limiting beliefs within themselves, limiting thoughts within themselves, put a cap on their goals, their dreams, their purpose, their drive of life, or not even be aware of the fact that you can do more, just like those clients of mine who didn't realize what they already currently possess, the strength they already have. I want to project that and showcase that with you guys and say, you know what, let's just say your goal is to become a barber or go back to school or get into this particular field of whatever it is that you want to do. And let's just say, using the barber example, let's just say you can't wait to, you know, grab those clippers and develop your skill set, right? Beautiful thing, right? No knock, no shade, nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, what I want to encourage that young barber, or just take that scenario into your whatever it is that you're doing into consideration for whatever it is that you're doing, and picture it for the specific thing that you're doing and want to do. But for this specific example, we're going to talk about the barber who cannot wait to you know, go out, invest in his clippers and become a professional barber, right? Can't wait to get those clippers, can't wait to start cutting hair, right? Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, what if you actually have what it takes to not only become a skilled master barber, but to actually own your own shop? What if you have everything within you that allows you the ability to put yourself in position to own your own shop, that can furthermore potentially one day put you in position to own more than one shop, to where you could potentially own maybe several shops if all you did was think beyond the measures of saying, I'm just going to stop at learning the skill set of the trade by itself. But the whole time, you could be the person who could become a boss in order to create more bosses, in order to create more dreamers, people who also want to become barbers. You can actually be the person who could open the door for people who have a dream just like you. And now I'm not saying that being a CEO is for everybody. I'm not saying that's for everybody. You know, we all have our position in life. I'm speaking to that one who may have that itch or may want to consider doing more and not leaving that on the table. You know what I'm saying? Not leaving more on the table, not leaving your potential greatness on the table. You feel what I'm saying? Not to say that if a person decides to just want to be a laborer, a barber, whatever the case may be, not to say that they're not great, not to say that they're less valuable or less respected. I'm just specifically speaking to the person that know that they want more, or haven't actually entertained the idea of the possibility of becoming more and doing more, you know, with your skill. So I wanted to, you know, encourage anybody out there to don't leave it on the table, bro. So I just wanted to come through and do this video and encourage anybody, bro, to, you know, remove all limitations, man. Even if you've grown to a place where you're settled, let's just say you're settled, or you know what I mean, you good at being at the entry level, man. Always pursue more, man. Every single day there's always something new that we can learn. There's always something new that we can learn within ourselves, within our life experiences. There's always ways that we can develop, regardless of whatever route we decide to choose to go in life. There's always ways that we can continue to water and nurture ourselves and become more improved versions of ourselves. But to the ones who are out here, man, you know, trying to become someone, trying to become something great, you have that itch, that feeling, that drive within you that you want to become one of the great leaders in life, a leader of men or a leader of women. I just want to encourage you to not settle for being at the entry level of whatever it is that you pursue. Too many people settle with being at the entry level of whatever it is that they're pursuing. Whether it's we're talking about a career, or whether it's internally, bro, whether it's inside work, whether we're okay with going to work, coming home, grabbing a popcorn, picking up the remote control, watching Netflix all evening, when you could be reading, you could be improving your mental health, you could be improving your body, your physique, you could be improving your physical health. Instead of settling, instead of saying, when I come home from work, I'm gonna grab the popcorn, grab some bonbons and flip the channel till I fall asleep, you could be productive with your time. Keep in mind, you don't get that time back. Keep in mind, you do not do this life thing 2 times. You don't get it back. So regardless of your pursuit of life, I encourage you to remove the ceiling. Take the ceiling off, bro. Stop looking at the ceiling and look further, stretch further, and get more out of your life. Squeeze as much juice out of the orange as much as you can before you go. You know, you can't get this time back. If going to the gym is hard for you, think about your loved ones. Think about your kids or your grandkids, you know, being in the playground, running around, and you not being able to run around because you have to, you know, sit down or take this medication that prevents you from being mobile, when in all actuality you could prevent that by taking advantage of the time that you're graced with right now, taking the ceiling off of the roof and actually becoming more. You know, stop limiting yourself, bro. Stop limiting yourself. Stop catering to self-doubt. Stop catering to what anybody tell you. If it's negative, ditch it, bro. Isolate yourself if you have to. in order for you to find that greatness within yourself. But if you're in pursuit of something, I encourage you to not just settle for mediocre, bro. It's too many people doing mediocre. That lane is crowded. The mediocre lane is crowded. Everybody's doing it. I challenge you to do something different. I challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone of being a mediocre version of yourself. And I challenge you to become a better version of yourself, a more improved version of yourself, a 2.0 version of yourself. I challenge you to take away those limiting thoughts of thinking that you can't do something because you've been told it, or you've trained your mind to, believe that it's impossible for you to take another step, when all you have to do is just take another step. Challenge yourself. You'll be surprised of what you have within you, bro. You'll be surprised of how great you are if you just stretch yourself just a little bit further every single day. Just stretch yourself just a little bit further every single day. That's all you got to do. Nothing crazy. It's not about going from A to Z. It's about going from A to B to C to D. You feel me? Just a little bit every single day. Just stretch yourself every single day. The first thing you have to do is remove that ceiling, bro. You got to take that rooftop off, and you got to know, you got to believe that it's so much more than what meets the eyes when it comes to you and the reason why God got you here. You got to first believe that. You got to see within yourself. You got to know that God got you here for a greater reason, a greater cause. You got to know that within yourself before you even start the journey, or at least while en route of the journey. If you never thought that before, then maybe today's message is meant for you to discover that and realize today is the day that I remove the limiting thoughts. Today is the day that I remove the ceiling in my life, and know that even beyond the skies is not even a limit. You feel me? As long as you're alive, bro, you gotta believe that God has called you to a greater purpose than just settling to be a mediocre version of yourself. You feel me? And I know it may sound easier said than done, because you may go into the environment not knowing what to do, or you may feel like it's a scary situation to see yourself in a higher situation, in a higher position. But what you have to do is take away that thought, bro. You have to remove the negative talks, the self-doubts. You have to remove that and just focus on becoming better. Just focus on being a better, like I said, you have to every single day stretch a little bit. It's not going to happen today, but it's going to happen within the process. It's just like going to the gym, working out. You can do 1,000,000 push-ups. You're not going to see the results reflect within one day. Not within 2 days. Not within a week. Maybe a little within a month. But at the end of the day, the results is found within the process of slowly stretching yourself, of pushing yourself just a little bit more every day. And then you look up 6 months later, you look back, you look in the mirror, and you start to see a more improved version of yourself. But it's not about just the one day of stretching yourself. It's about stretching yourself every single day. Not stressing yourself about going from A to Z, but just making the effort that you know you have to go from A to B, from B to C, from C to D, so forth and so on. You get my drift. You catch my drift. But it's not impossible, man. Remove those limiting thoughts today. I encourage you to take grip of the steering wheel, bro, and steer your way all the way to the dreams that you have within you. Those dreams are there for a reason. You feel me? You see someone else in a position you want to be in, bro. That don't have to just be them. That could be you. It's meant to be you. If you see yourself doing it, it's meant for you to do it as well. But you cannot be in a low vibrating place. You cannot think that negative within yourself, bro. You have to see more out of yourself, and you have to nurture that every single day. That little bit of faith, that little bit that you see within yourself, that's all it takes, is that little bit of faith, bro. And then you got to nurture it. You got to water it every single day, and you got to walk it out. You got to walk it out. You're going to surprise yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to surprise yourself. You look back a year later, you're going to surprise yourself. 2 years later, you're going to surprise yourself. You got to stay consistent. You got to just keep going. But whatever you do not be a limited version of yourself. Do not be a mediocre version of yourself. It's not going to happen. It's going to continue to be where someone else is taking advantage of their life, getting the best out of it, squeezing as much juice out of it, while you decide to settle. While you decide to not take advantage of this opportunity, bro, that you have right now to stretch yourself a little bit further. Sorry, you guys, my camera cut off. I have no idea at what point of the video the camera went out, so if it makes no sense in the end, I apologize. I'm still right now operating on the Sony. If you've seen my last couple of videos, we did invest in a new camera, and the only reason why we have yet to start recording on that camera is because I'm trying to get the settings right on it. I want it perfect when it comes to my vision for my channel, for my platform. I want it to be perfect, so I've been playing around with it, but it's not perfect. But once I get it how I want it, it'll probably be the next video, as a matter of fact, because I'm side of the camera cutting off in the middle of me talking to you guys. We can't be having that, man. We got to make it professional at all times. Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys appreciated the video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you guys lock all the way in. Don't just subscribe. One step further, everything is free that I'm asking for you guys. Make sure you guys lock all the way in and turn on your post notification if you guys want more content like this. Let me know. Give me some topics. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. And of course, if it stands out, I will definitely come through and do those videos for you guys. As always, do what brings life to you. And it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. To the next video, you already know the goal is to hashtag grow peace and blessings. One love, strength.